up guys, Aaron here, back with another video. In today's video we're going to be doing a comparison between the Apple Watch Sport and the Samsung Gear S smartwatches. Welcome back everyone, and I'd first like to state that there's a ton of features about both these smartwatches that are awesome. Now I have made a full review video of the Samsung Gear S smartwatch already, and I will have that video linked down below. And I'm currently in the process of making an Apple Watch Sport full review video, and once I have that video done, that will be linked in the video description as well. So without further delay, let's go ahead and get started. Now I'd first like to state that this is the 6th wearable device from Samsung, but this is the first wearable device ever from Apple. First off, let's go ahead and talk about price. Now in terms of the Apple Watch Sport, the entry-level model is a 38mm. It also comes in a 42mm as well, but the 38mm, which is the cheapest and actually the entry-level watch, starts off at $349, and it's $399 if you want the 42mm, which is what we're looking at here today, is the 42mm space gray. Now there's also the Apple Watch as well as the Apple Watch Edition, which is costing all the way up to $17,000 depending on the band. In terms of price of the Samsung Gear S smartwatch, you're looking at $199 on a 2-year contract at AT&T, or $299 outright at AT&T, or $329 outright at Best Buy. The next thing we're going to talk about is the design and the hardware. Now, the Apple Watch Sport comes with Apple's 1 GHz S1 chip with an Ion X 1.32-inch display for the 38mm and an anodized aluminum casing, and also has a removable fluoroelastomer band. Every model of the Apple Watch comes with 2 main buttons, the digital crown and the side button or the friends button. Now the back of the watch is where the sensors are located, as well as the band release buttons. Located on the side of the device is the speaker and the microphone. The fluoroelastomer band has a metal piece that sticks out, allowing you to connect it to the proper hole, and once you do so, you are able to connect the rest of it into the interior portion of the band. The Apple Watch does come with an extra band, and that's depending on which size model you got. If you got the 38mm, it's going to ship with a small band, so they're going to give you a large band as an extra option. And if you get the large 42mm, then they're going to give you the small band and the medium-sized band as the other option. Now the packaging presentation for the Apple Watch Sport is absolutely awesome. If you missed the unboxing video, I will have that video linked down below. Be sure to check it out and check out all the things that come with the Apple Watch Sport. Now one of the things that really impressed me was this hard shell case that it comes with. And when you pop it off, you can see that it has, for one, it has a spot for you to place your Apple Watch in when you're not using it, like perhaps at night after you're done charging it. And also in the interior portion of the lid, you can see that it has a very nice soft, like leather suede type material, and it just feels very premium. Now in terms of design and the hardware on the Samsung Gear S, we get a 2-inch curved Super AMOLED display with a resolution of 480 by 360, and it has a 1 GHz dual-core processor, 4 GB of storage, 512 MB of RAM, a 300 mAh battery, and is IP67 certified, which is dust and water resistant, and runs Samsung's operating system Tizen. Now the Gear S has one main button here on the front of it. Now the Gear S also features an extremely comfortable band, and in a lot of ways it kind of looks like the fluoroelastomer band, however it's not as flexible. On the back of the device is where the sensors are housed and your charging pins, as well as your SIM card slot, which are located on the back as well. The Gear S also comes with an extremely classy clasp style buckle that's adjustable to fit even the biggest hands. It also has a very nice shiny chamfered polished edge, which makes it look like a miniature smartphone. And the Gear S has full cellular capabilities and has an 8-hour battery life. And right here on the side we have a microphone, and along the other side is our speaker. Now in terms of onboard sensors, we get an accelerometer, a gyroscope, a compass, a heart rate monitor, an ambient light sensor, a barometer, and a UV sensor. Now the Gear S doesn't feel too heavy on your wrist and comes in at 67 grams. After owning several different smartwatches with different size screens, I'd have to say that the Samsung Gear S is the phablet of smartwatches. The Gear S also has a full QWERTY keyboard with a 2-inch curved display. Typing is easier than on any other smartwatch. Now in terms of band color options, the Apple Watch Sport comes in black, white, blue, pink, and green. And the band color options for the Samsung Gear S are black, white, blue, and red. Now the next thing that I want to talk about is battery life. The Apple Watch Sport has a 300 mAh battery that on paper states an 18-hour battery life, and one thing I will mention is that the 42mm Apple Watch Sport charges very quickly, going from 50% to 100% in an hour. Now in terms of battery life for the Samsung Gear S, we're looking at a 300 mAh battery. The Apple Watch Sport is water resistant, rated at IPX7, and the Samsung Gear S is water resistant, rated at IP67. The Apple Watch Sport has a flexible Retina display with Force Touch and a Taptic engine, and features Apple Pay, and to date has around 3,500 compatible apps. Now, this is also Apple's first product with an AMOLED display, which makes perfect sense for this product as the blacks are more black and the colors are more rich, and is also more visible in direct sunlight. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the Gear S weighs 67 grams, where the Apple Watch Sport weighs 30. Now, in terms of the Gear S, it is a standalone smartwatch with its own SIM card and phone number. It does also have the biggest screen on a smartwatch and is IP67 certified and only works with Samsung smartphones. Now, it also has a pretty user-friendly user interface, coming with Samsung's Tizen operating system. Now, in terms of thickness, the Samsung Gear S smartwatch is definitely thicker. And here's a better look at the screen sizes. Both of them have extremely responsive screens, but I'd have to say that the Apple Watch is a little bit more responsive. Now, in terms of the actual display, I'd have to say that the Apple Watch actually looks a little bit better and a little cleaner than the Gear S in person. So I have them set to the exact adjustable length that I would have them on my wrist, so you can get a better idea of just how bulky they look. Now, these devices also have two extremely different ways of charging. Now, in terms of the Apple Watch, Apple has an inductive MagSafe charger that they include. Now, one thing to mention is that on the Apple Watch Sport, the inductive MagSafe charger is all plastic, where on the Apple Watch and the Apple Watch Edition, there is a metal lining around the entire charging puck. So as you can see, there's two different sides. I don't know if you can see or not, there's one side that's concaved a little, and that's the side that's going to actually connect to the watch, and as you can see, the other side is just straight flat. So the side that is concave connects easily and magnetically to the back. And we also get an extremely long cord, which I think is a nice touch. Now, in terms of charging for the Samsung Gear S, you're going to need this charging cradle, which, as you can see, there's pins right here. And there's also pins located on the back of the watch that you have to line up. And it is kind of a pain to get them in there perfectly. I think we got it that time. As you can see, there's a light here. And as you can see, it has a little battery symbol with the lightning bolt in it. Now, the cradle actually holds a charge, so this is the way that you're going to charge the smartwatch if you just want to charge it using the remaining charge that's in the cradle. Now, to charge the cradle and the smartwatch at the same time, you're going to use the micro USB port right here. You're going to plug that in, then plug it into the wall. Now, even though the Samsung Gear S's charging cradle is a little cumbersome to put on, I'd say that I really like it in comparison to the MagSafe charger, only because you're able to take this with you and it carries a whole extra charge for your Gear S. Now, you also have to connect the Gear S to a Samsung smartphone, so I have it connected here to my Samsung Galaxy Note Edge. And as you can see, you have to come into the Gear application to be able to control some of the main settings. I'll go through the home screen styler, images. You can also access your S-Health information, your notifications, your Samsung Gear apps, Find My Gear, which will automatically ring your Gear S so you can help find it if you've lost it or misplaced it. And we also have a settings option here at the bottom. So along with using the Gear S smartwatch on your wrist and as a smartwatch itself, you're also going to be visiting the Samsung Gear application to install applications and to do some of the main functionalities on the watch itself. Now, in terms of the Apple Watch, you're also going to be coming to a main application here on the iPhone, which is the Apple Watch application, which is going to bring you into the core functionalities of the Apple Watch itself. One thing I'd like to mention is that I'm going to be going extremely in-depth on both this application as well as the Apple Watch itself on the full review video, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. So at the top here we have app layout, airplane mode, Apple Watch, notifications, glances, do not disturb, general, brightness, text size, sound and haptics, passcode, health, privacy, activity, calendar, clock, contacts, friends, mail, maps, messages, music, passbook, and Apple Pay, phone, photos, reminders, stocks, weather, and workout. We also have some of the third-party applications that I have installed as well. Now, as you can see, these little arrows right here give you the option to actually go into each one and set up specific settings, and you're able to set up specific notification settings as well. When we take a closer look at the settings here on the Note Edge for the Gear S, you can see that we have the option for double pressing the home key. We have the option for different connections using remote connection. We have call forwarding options and voice control options. We have application, manage applications, and uninstall application options. We also have screen security, which is an auto lock feature. We also have language and input, edit text templates, install TTS voice data, and for the system files itself we have backup and restore, safety assistance, security, and legal information. So now that we've talked about some of the specific specifications on both of the devices, let's go ahead and talk about some real-world performance. And what I mean by that is, for instance, which one has a more responsive display. Now, they both have extremely responsive displays, but if I had to pick one, I'd have to say that the Apple Watch is more responsive. Next, let's go ahead and take a look at which one opens up an application quicker. It seemed like the Apple Watch opened up a little faster on that one. Let's go ahead and open up the health application on both. It seemed like they open up pretty equal on both. Next, we'll go ahead and open up the schedule here on the Gear S and the calendar on the Apple Watch. and the Gear S seemed to load faster that time. And lastly, we'll open up the weather application in 3, 2, 1. So that the Gear S was a little faster on that one. Now once again, the bands are extremely similar. However, the Gear S is a little more stiffer, where you can completely bend this all the way around with the fluorostomer. And lastly is my final thoughts. Now both of these smartwatches are extremely excellent smartwatches and are the best two on the market. So with that being said, you probably are already deep into one ecosystem or the other, so it should be rather simple to choose which one's going to be for you. Now in terms of which one is better, I'd have to say that if I had to pick one, both of these smartwatches have very good build quality. The battery life is excellent on both. Now keep in mind that the Gear S is $50 cheaper and has a bigger display, but also weighs more than twice as much as the Apple Watch. Now both of these smartwatches do what they're supposed to well, and that is deliver notifications. Now if you're looking for a smartwatch that's feature rich and feature packed, and also a standalone device and a standalone smartwatch, then you're going to want to go with the Gear S, which has its own phone number and own SIM card. So technically you can leave your phone at the house, you have a whole separate phone number, or you can have call forwarding on from your smartphone at your house over to your smartwatch. So once again, both smartwatches are excellent. In terms of functionality, I'd have to go with the Samsung Gear S, and in terms of build quality and the ecosystem, I'd have to go with the Apple Watch. Now as you can see, I do have both smartwatches, and I do have both iOS and Android devices, so I will be keeping both smartwatches, as I do enjoy both ecosystems. So with this being a versus and comparison video, I want to go ahead and give you guys my opinion on which one I would purchase if I could only purchase one. If I could only purchase one of these smartwatches right now at this particular time, I'd have to say that I'm going to go with the Apple Watch. Now there's several reasons behind that, and probably the biggest reason is going to be the ecosystem. Now although I am heavily into the Apple ecosystem, I am beginning to get into the Android ecosystem a lot more heavier as well. So once again, I'm enjoying both of these smartwatches. But at the end of the day, I'm more tied up into the Apple ecosystem, so I'd have to go with the Apple Watch. Now being tied up in the Apple ecosystem is not the only reason why I choose the Apple Watch over the Gear S. Another reason is it's just more comfortable than the Gear S. I really enjoy using the digital crown as well. Now once again, I'm not taking nothing away from the Gear S. The 2-inch curved display is absolutely beautiful. Your finger just glides off of news articles. Being able to leave your phone at home is also an extremely nice feature. Now if you have the funds and you're able to pick up 2 smartwatches, one for each ecosystem, these are the 2 that I recommend. Well, I could go on and on, guys, about all the features and all the different things that both of these smartwatches do, because they do a ton of different things. And we'll leave that for a separate video, as I will probably make a part 2 of this video. And once again, I'm also working on the full review of the Apple Watch as we speak. If you have any questions about the Apple Watch or the Gear S, let me know down in the comments section, and I'll do my best to answer them. Now the best way to get a hold of me and contact me and ask me any questions is over on Twitter, Instagram, or catch me live on Periscope. I will have all those links down in the description. I'm also going to be doing a comparison between all 4 of these smartwatches as well, so make sure you're subscribed. Now another thing to mention before I head out of here is that I'm giving away an Apple Watch and an Apple Watch Sport here on the channel. If you have not entered the giveaway, I will have that video linked down below. Be sure to enter for your chance to win a free Apple Watch. Now let me know by leaving a thumbs up down below and leaving a comment down in the comments section if you'd like to see a part 2, or actually go a little bit more in depth into the operating systems and the user interfaces of both. Once again, I have done a Samsung Gear S full review video as well. That video will be linked down below. Once again, don't forget to enter the Apple Watch and Apple Watch Sport International giveaway. It's a great opportunity to win a free Apple Watch. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, now's a great time to hit that subscribe button, and you will be notified in your inbox every time I upload a new video. Don't forget to drop a like down below and leave a comment down in the comment section. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you guys for watching. As I mentioned earlier, my name is Aaron, and I'll see you guys on the next one.